think I need to start. And we are good to go.
I can't hear you, Deanne. Okay. Hello, everyone. The meeting of the Kailua Village Design Commission will come to order. The time is 1:01 p.m. Welcome, everyone. My name is Elena Kilkuski, and am I the chairperson now, or? Okay, I'm the chairperson of the Kailua Village Design Commission. I'll ask the commissioners to introduce themselves. I guess I'll call you my name, Polani. You want to go first?
Hi, I'm Polani Greenwell, civil engineer, commissioner.
Coleman.
Hi, aloha, Coleman Kaupua, cultural consultant, and yeah, happy to be here.
Ken, are you a commissioner now?
Yes, I am. Ken Hoyle,
nice
commissioner.
To meet you. Hi. Bronston?
Hi, Bronston Casso, business owner and commissioner.
And Chris, are you a commissioner? No, okay. Oh, you're representing the building department today, I think.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And Wayne, are you our applicant?
Good afternoon. Yes, I am.
Okay,
We have
great.
Sing in the conference room.
Oh,
Yes.
Am I supposed to let her in? How do I do that?
No, she's in the conference room already. She is sitting at the conference room table. Very
I see
small pink figure in a hat.
Yes. Okay. Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, Sing Yang and the commissioner.
Okay, the commissioner's role is to provide an architectural and design review of proposed projects, including landscaping and signage within the Kailua Village the Kailua Village Special District. The commission is an advisory body. For sign permits, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Public Works Director for action. For architectural design review, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Planning Director for action. And the procedures for this meeting are: 1, Robert's Rules of Orders will be used to conduct the meeting. Each commissioner wishing to speak should be recognized by the chairperson before speaking. 3, applicants and members of the public should be recognized by the chairperson when testifying or asking questions. 4, each application will be heard in the order listed on the agenda. 5, staff will introduce each project. 6, applicants will be asked to make a presentation or statement, which will be followed by questions from the commissioners. 7, public testimony will then be taken. And 8, the commission, after discussion, will vote to make a recommendation for approval, denial, or deferral. All right, next item, minutes. The minutes of the previous meeting have been distributed. Are there any corrections to the minutes?
Elena, one thing,
Yeah.
do we have any commission members who have anyone other than yourselves at your location? No? Okay. Thank you.
And are there no corrections to the minutes? Doesn't look like it. Okay, hearing no corrections, the minutes are approved. Are there any statements from the public? Doesn't seem like we have any public testifiers. Okay.
Elena, we didn't have any written comments that came in. It's Rosalind, staff.
Okay, so for the record, there are no statements from the public. Now on to new business. It looks like we just have one item on the agenda, right? The first, where is it? I have the agenda up somewhere. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so there's just one item on the agenda. Let's see, the first item of new business on the agenda is the Wayne K. DeLuz, representative for Kona Hyundai, is requesting a design review for renovations to an existing commercial building located along Kuakini Highway. Do I read the whole thing, Deanne? Okay, south of Walleye Road, across from Coconut Grove Marketplace. The proposed exterior colors include Sherwin-Williams antler velvet, a sandblast finish, and Pueblo tan around the columns with the use of vertical green for incline columns. Additionally, flat bronze ACM panels and black panels are proposed along the front-facing wall area above the storefront windows. Replacement signs are also proposed pending a sign permit determination. Let's see. Okay, will staff please give us an introduction of the application?
Yes, thank you. It's Rosalind Newland, staff. I'm gonna put this up on PowerPoint in just a moment here. I'm gonna share the screen. Do you see that? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is agenda item 1, Wayne Deleuze Hyundai. This is location on the tax map in the middle top portion. As I said, it's right above, it's right across the street from Coconut Grove Plaza. Look at my pointer out. Which is right over here. Across the street, this kind of jigsaw puzzle lot. There's an aerial image with a purple highlight around it. The building towards the back is the main office areas. And they've got a couple of buildings in the front for service. This is the plan approval. It's zoned resort hotel 1.25 or 1,250 square feet per rentable dwelling unit or dwelling unit. This was a plan approval for installation of car wash equipment. They have a total of 91 parking spaces there with 27 required. So this plan approval, last one was done in 2018. They won't need a plan approval for this renovation because there's no addition to the footprint of the building. There's a picture I took today across the street from Coconut Grove Marketplace. You'll see in a minute what the changes will look like as far as the exterior. This building over here on the front will have columns, these wood-like looking columns, and then the rest will be exterior changes to the colors. Oops. And there's a diagram showing what's going to look like with those, I guess they're not, I'm not sure if they're wood or exactly if they're metal columns, but the twisted columns. And the colors are more tan colors, which I suppose they're tan colors now. There's their sign they want to put up in the front, but I'm not sure if it's going to meet the zoning code for height if it's too far into the front setback. If it's in the front setback, it can't be higher than 6 feet. And I believe this you can tell is taller than 6 feet. That's another diagram of the service area. There's an office inside area, service area, inside. There's a diagram showing the buildings in the back and the entrance in front. More conference room area. Hard to see. This is an overall diagram showing a 2-story building in the rear of the site. Plot plan showing the bays, sales desk, site plan, or elevation rather. Another diagram showing how you go in front of Cookie Highway, come up to the parking area, and you've got the service bays and the conference sales areas in the back. Another plot plan, elevations. This is hard to read, but this, if you're looking at it in your application packet, it shows you all the different colors they're using. The black and the bronze and what other colors is here? Sienna, Sevilla, Anyways, it's quite detailed. Oops. There's like 3 pages of detail. Here we go. Here's a slide with the colors they're going to use. Light forest, silver riftwood, American bronze, Pueblo tan, antler velvet here on the bottom left going across the cafe, southwest, extra white, agreeable gray, and toasted barrel here on the bottom right corner for the wood stain. And here's some more samples. Oh, it's a metallic paint pewter that goes on the columns. That's for the detail on the cubicles and the handles. And there's their Hyundai symbol logo that would go on some of the signs. This is a rendition of a diagram for the signs. This says if the dealer desires signage is shown, you'll need to seek a variance with local jurisdiction. So maybe building will speak to this, but the letter height for signs, as far as my knowledge is for section 3-58C, I think it is letter height and logo height is 9 inches. And this shows it. It doesn't have a specific height, but it shows the area of the sign is 5 feet, which is the area of the sign is 23.87. And I believe this area of the wall sign would be 22 square feet. But it doesn't show the measurement of the letters right here. So that would need more information unless they show it later on. Let's see here. Oh, here, 1 foot 6 inches. So that's 18 inches and the maximum is 9 inches. So they would need to get a determination from the building division if they would need a sign variance. Here's the ground sign or directory sign that we saw earlier. They show it being 7 feet 11 and 13/16. So if it was reduced to 6 feet, it could be in the front yard setback. So that could take some just revision possibly. And the letter height is at 3 3/8 inches. So that would be okay for the bottom one. They don't show the letter height information here for the Hyundai or the logo. So additional information would be needed. Right now, the sign says Mazda. This is the ground sign in the front. So I think they were just going to do a replacement sign for that. I should have taken a picture of that today, but the letters are a little bit larger than that for the Mazda sign. Anyways. So those are the pictures, slides that I have. So if they were to come in for a sign permit application, they would need to show a little bit more information on the height of the letters and the areas of the signs. And we didn't, we asked DPW staff, Chris Domino, to be here just to see if he could give us any input, but really, there's not enough information from what I can see to give a complete determination, but he might be able to provide some insight onto this. Any questions?
Hi, Ross. Thank you for that introduction to what's going on. Yes, after reviewing this sign,
Yeah.
Through the KVDC, I could not make a determination as there is some important information that is missing from making a determination if it does meet the sign code. However, I would like to bring forth of what the sign code says. So then this way, if there is amendments or revisions to the sign, please take in consideration of what the sign code chapter 3 is. One of the biggest things I'd like to add is, yes, the letter height, as Roz mentioned, is a maximum of 9 inches. Another big key factor is section 3-60, number of signs. So 3-60A, only one sign for any business or one sign for any street or vehicular access on which a building has frontage shall be permitted. And looking at some of the site plan and sign locations, I think they may be exceeding that.
Yeah,
Um, and then again, as far as a ground sign, the elevation of a ground sign shall be computed distance of base, a grade. A ground sign shall not exceed 6 feet in elevation. So the 6 foot elevation would also be concurrent with the setbacks that Roz mentioned for the planning department. Um, yeah, other than that, it was really hard to make a determination based on what was given, if it meets the sign code. That's all I have.
thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at the site plan. And I see there's one sign at the street. And I'm not quite seeing where, aside from the pictures and stuff, is there anywhere that shows the location of all the signs?
I don't recall when I see, there's one sign there on the service building, a wall sign. And then they had a ground sign up in the front. I didn't see that on a site plan information. No,
Hi, Chair. If I could interject that,
Yeah.
no clarification.
Well, one
Mhm.
thing, Wayne, if you could hold off, right now is the staff presentation. So planning department and Department of Public Works presentation first, and then we'll open it up for the actual applicant to do a presentation or clarification.
Yeah. So is the staff introduction of the application complete?
Yeah, I mean, I looking at the site plan and all that, it didn't really specify, but putting together where the buildings are, through the elevations, street frontage and all that, I think that they will exceed the one sign per business that is visible from a vehicle access or public way or street, as mentioned in that code section 3-60, chapter 3.
So the script is telling me that once the introduction by staff is done, then I ask the applicant if they have anything they would like to present. Is that correct, Deanne?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Applicant, do you have anything you'd like to present?
Yeah, good afternoon, commissioners. Thank you very much for your service. I know it takes a lot of time and effort. I've served on several commissions and currently serve on the Windward Planning Commission. I just want to make a quick note on the presentation that this is not what I consider to be, this is not my design. This is the factory. This is their presentation. I have no choice but to submit it. And that's why we sent it in as a rendering, because like most factories, they dictate, they don't understand some of the laws and being respectful. This facility is almost 25 years old. I built it way back when. I had the same issues with a prior franchise. I elected at that time to go with the minimum, mainly because of the design committee's recommendations. And it was fine, and the way the facility is now, as shown to you, is compliant. And, they, in the case with the Hyundai franchise, color is a big deal, and a lot of them want more flashy colors and that kind of stuff, but I got them to at least tone down the color tones. The monument sign, as I explained to them, does not pass. And you're quite correct in your analysis, and not to say that we would change it, but this is their recommendation. More importantly, it's a little deceptive that the showroom looks further back. It actually, in the actual picture, as shown earlier, it's going to be closer to the road. And it's on a slope, so it's going to have to tear down a little. That's the building on the right-hand side. It's worked well for 18 years with Hyundai, and they're just trying to make things change, and the fascia will change the gable look. In fact, it would probably hide the gable, which I know has always been a good thing, not a bad thing, and that it's not so intrusive, even though they're fairly large buildings on the top. But we try to keep it within compliance. Unfortunately, those two green posts there those are level 3 EV charge stations. I didn't have much of a choice due to Helco would not service me any farther from the road. And that was not a great place to put it, but that was the only thing I thought that was a little intrusive. But I respect your opinions. That is just a canned factory design. And that's all I had to really present after trying to negotiate with them. I tried to explain to them how the fascias are very massive, and they're made of this I would say aluminum, yeah, light grade aluminum, but they do reflect light. So whatever the commission decides, it has always been past practice and currently to abide by it, so that we can just be still fit in the community. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything special. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, now it's time for discussion. Anyone have thoughts?
If no one's jumping up and down, I'll go first.
Commissioner Greenwell?
Yeah, hey guys. Thanks for that breakdown, Wayne. I think that helps us a lot, because a lot of times we get applicants that submit stuff it looks like they don't know, or they haven't researched the sign code or the Village Design Commission, design standards. So yeah, I understand you're kind of caught between your franchise here. So, but yeah, it sounds like the two issues are the letter height in regard to the sign. Is the letter height and the amount of signage. I know this commission in the past has sort of we've approved signs that were larger than the sign code by saying that, or by under the condition that the applicant applies for a sign variance with DPW. That might be something we could talk about. But definitely the other thing that I see is the flat roof appearance, behind that big facade. That's not something that I think is allowed within the KVDC area, right? We're supposed to have more like plantation style, like your existing buildings, I believe, and not a flat style roof with a big awning, vertical awning. I could be wrong on that. I'll defer to Roz and Deanne, but those are kind of my thoughts.
You're correct, Commissioner Greenwell. Flat roofs are not recommended. They pretty much have a cross through them in the Kailua Village Master Plan, and sloped roofs or plantation style, Hawaiian style roofs are recommended, like the ones that they're already there.
And also, it's the number of signs, it's the size of the signs, and for the one, replacement sign that's, at the front of the property or along the frontage area, um, right as you enter into the driveway there, right to the right, that sign that Roz just passed, that one is the height of it and the location might also require a planning department variance. So it's
Right.
a variance from DPW for the letter height, the logo height, and the number of signs. And then from the planning department, a zoning code variance for the location within the setbacks.
And
Just
yeah,
to
and
clarify.
being above 6 feet in height, right?
Yes, that would
So
be
you-
the reason for the planning department or zoning code variance. It's
Right.
the location and the height of where it is.
So if that was scaled down or made shorter to be 6 feet or less, then that would be then the planning issue goes away, correct? And it's just a
Correct.
sign,
Then it's
sign
just
height.
the DPW for the letter height and the logo height
Mhm.
and the number of signs.
Wayne, would it help you if we, if we denied the application for the roof or based on the fascia not conforming with the KVDC guidelines, to be able to go back to your corporate Hyundai folks and say, hey, this isn't going to work? Or
Yeah, no, and it's yes, I guess the short answer is yes. And I've told them that the difference, obviously on the Big Island and as all islands, when you've got the only Popeyes in town, everybody knows where you're at. We have the only Hyundai store, and I just felt that years ago and working through these different issues in the past that you guys have done a great job to maintain the village and the village look. And I keep telling them this is an important part of the community and why they have this. I know their insistence is, they all want everything to look the same throughout the world. But, we haven't quite decided to log in yet. So I believe that, we're in compliant. We can make changes to the building to add some of the other things they want. I'm total in agreement with the signage issue, and I've told them that this does not comply, and the one sign we have is more than sufficient. And it's just the industrial look of it that I don't appreciate. And part of it is, I mean, so much so that I did terminate on the other franchise. They tried to, theirs was way worse. And I just told them that I'm not gonna do that. We've been here, my family's been here over 100 years. I am not gonna be the one to do that. And it's worked very well, well received. And I've got a lot of other things that are easily adjustable, in our business, buildings don't sell cars, so why do we want to be the one to, I'm not, and I'm not a person who wants to file variances. I hear them all the time. I sit on the planning commission, and good judgment is good judgment, and we all know when it's good and when it's bad. So yes, if it's rejected, then we go back to what can be accepted. I know that where you see that red car, they have what they call a kind of like a entrance, I don't know, the Taj Mahal entrance. I don't know what they want, but that's kind of a more of a trigger. The side posts, I don't think they're too intrusive. They're just hollow pipes, that's what they decided to put in there. But as you can see, I call it industrial because there's no greenage, I mean, there's nothing, no foliage, nothing to enhance the beauty of Kailua Corner. And When I did put foliage in, they had me take it out, and it's just, I don't know, I'm just not real happy with that. But the basic design we have there now, we see the blue card to the right, behind the glass. That's very minor. The color scheme, I got them to change it to make it go with the earth tone, the earth tone requirements for the village. So I think if we just extended it, the showroom, it would more likely go forward though, not to the side, because they don't realize we're on a hill. And I gave them the topo and all that stuff, and that's worse than arguing with anyway, I don't want to say anything, but the frustration is that they wanted to make it look like all the rest, and it's not the same. But we would probably pull it more forward, still maintaining the front gable, not using the fascias, or I'm willing to paint that color on the fascia because it's not intrusive to what I believe, the village would want. It's still an earth tone color. And that's enough. I don't need the signage. I told them I don't need you to put Big Island. They know where they're at. Or if they're not, then they're really in trouble. And then the Hyundai, we have the sign in the front, and like I said, when you're the only Popeyes, everybody knows where to go, and there's no need to, I agree with the commission. There's never any need to put that much signage. And it's shiny, it's silver, it's not in the code, of what is required. The other franchise, they love it, they agree. No signage. Everybody knows where you're at, and just minimize it, and if they want us to change the color, we'll change the color. So with my Subaru guys, they're just happy, and they're more earth orientated, let's put it that way, and then some of the other ones. But sorry to take up your time, but no, it would not, I would have to go back to the drawing board and tell them, now that you heard it from the commission, that that it's not acceptable, that it's up to them to decide, and like I said, and they know, I told them the last time the other franchise pushed me, I just said, that's not worth it to me. I'm not moving. I'm living here until you're gonna put me in the ground. So I said, you have to understand the sensitivity of the situation. Yeah, they did not do this out of the whim. This was a real thought out process that has helped us for, like I said, I've known this for over 30 years, and it's done a great job for Kailua. So thank you for your time, Commissioner.
Thank you. So from what I'm hearing, it sounds like we need to make two motions, one about the signs and one about the proposed structure. Does anyone want to take a stab at making a motion or two?
Do we need to make two motions, or should we just move to reject the application and encourage the applicant to reapply with a design that's more in keeping with the village design standards?
Yeah, that works too. I was thinking separate for the signs because, that's potentially other variances and stuff, but I have no opinion really about it.
Yeah, I guess it sounded like, Wayne is receptive to the idea that, if we reject this and spell out why, then he can go back to Hyundai and say, here, this is what the commission
Yeah, works for me.
said.
Want to go for it?
Is that okay with you, Wayne?
Oh, no, that's perfect. That's that gives me the ability to go back and exactly what is mentioned, conform.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it, conform with the code. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. We appreciate your understanding. It's rare. So, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Can I make some comments on it? Okay, because if I hear correctly, earlier, the end indicated the signs, number of signs, it's not our job to make a decision is the job of the planning department, if I'm correct, if I hear correctly. Only things that I have considered from the drawing, and if on the Kunikini Highway, and then you have two charger, and if you can buffer it up, that two things stand up there, and have some green area, front of this, and the two things stand up. And then that would and helpful. Yeah, from the street, there are two green things and the stand up and the green on the top. And by the palm tree, if before that you have a low and rock wall there, about 2 feet high, but maybe a feet further high. And if you can do some green area on there, it's not so bold. As far as the color scheme goes, I think it's really modern and very pretty in color and the sand base. I looked at it online yesterday with Sharon Warman, and the color scheme is perfect. As far as name of the signs, that's a planning department issue. It's not our concern of how many signs they are allowed to put on there. As far as I see, the design is pretty good. Only thing is if you can buffer that up with that green area, and before that, two things stand up there. The charger.
Hi, Sin, this is Deanne. Roz pointed out 3 things from a planning department standpoint. She pointed out, or she confirmed, that Polani made a comment regarding the proposed roof line of the area, that it's a flat roof rather than the sloped roof. So that's the number 1. Number 2 is the location of the street sign. It's located within the setbacks, so it does not meet the height, the planning department requirements for the height of the sign and where it's located. And then the 3, which is kind of, because we're not requiring plan approval, but that there is no landscaping around, so they might not be in compliance with the existing plan approval, requiring that there be landscaping around the frontage area of the property. So that's the three things from the planning standpoint. This commission also makes a recommendation to the DPW for their determination on the sign permit. And the sign permit itself has issues regarding the letter height, the logo height, the number of signs, and the height of the signs. So that's 2 recommendations, or 2 departments that this commission makes recommendations to.
Okay, that's a misanswer. Just the landscaping, I think they need to be buffered up. The curved appearance.
Yeah,
That one building is making a number of changes, so yes.
Yeah, I'm curious if it sounds like we're gonna deny the application for KVDC approval, but should we give some feedback on things we haven't discussed to kind of, give Wayne a sense of like, oh, the color scheme's good, everything else looks pretty good. Like Singh said, obviously probably you probably need some extra landscaping for, to comply with planning department.
I think
things like that.
the
Would it be helpful?
recommendation can be however you want, because the recommendation is not technically to Wayne, it is to the directors. But if you can provide some feedback based on the discussion here, that would provide Wayne's discussion to his people that he's working with on what they need to change or what they need to scale back on.
Okay, so far for our planning department determination, we're taking issue with the roof, and we're concerned that there might be some landscape non-compliance issues with is it chapter 17 or section 17?
That's
of the
rule
planning-
17 of
17.
the planning department landscaping. But we're bringing that up in terms of the non-compliance to the existing plan approval that's already in place.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then the 3rd issue is the sign. Is a new sign that's located right on the street, and its location of being in the setbacks, and it's too high, basically, for its proposed location.
So
Right,
if I
Ross?
If I understand correctly, the planning department is giving them a suggestion or what they need to be corrected, right?
Could you repeat that, please? Cindy?
Yeah, and if I hear correctly, the planning department give them a suggestion of what they need to be changed, have they?
I don't believe so, no, because this has come in for KVDC review. Roz pointed out during her presentation, the planning department review of this application.
Already? Oh, no?
During our presentation, Roz pointed out those issues.
Okay.
So is there any other,
My point of view is they worked very hard for since and 2018 until now for the last 6 years, and they try very hard to meet our requirement. And just totally just rejected the plan. I think they're little tough with we should have and recommended they follow our requirement to do some different, not just totally reject them. That's my point of view.
In
I-
2018, they did a car wash equipment installation. This is a new project now. This is the first time we're reviewing it.
Since this is a separate situation, Roz just pointed out, or she provided information on the last time this parcel came in for KVDC review, which is for a new building for that car wash. So this is a separate situation. The
Okay.
last time this parcel came in for KVDC review was for this plan approval.
Thank you.
okay, so we still need to make determinations for both planning and signage. And like Commissioner Greenwell said, we could put that in one motion. Are we still in agreement on that? And also, is there any other feedback we want to make just for Wayne's use before we make our motion? I mean, I think the color scheme is fine, like Singh said. And I agree with the landscaping as well. Is there any other items we want to discuss regarding that?
Commissioner Greenwell, if you propose the motion, and then state that, subject to, or the issues discussed were the following, lack of landscape compliance, roof line design, number of signs, size of signs, location of signs, and just have that as part of your motion itself would be, I believe you were saying, like to deny the application, or recommendation to deny the application, to have the applicant work on redesign to comply with the Kailua Village Design Guidelines. The following issues were brought up for discussion and compliance issues, and then just bullet out landscape compliance, roof line compliance, number of signs, size and height of the letters, and the location of the sign itself. Location and size of the.
So moved.
Everything you just said.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I make a motion to deny to recommend denial of the application based on the lack of compliance with KVDC design guidelines, including the style of roof, sign height, letter height of the signage, the number of signs, and the location and or height of the standalone signage, in addition to the existing non-compliance with the landscaping requirements of the existing plan approval for the building. Does that work?
Anybody second?
I second.
Second.
Who seconded the motion, please?
Commissioner Kapua.
Okay.
Kaupua.
Okay. Okay. So I have here a motion to denial of the application based on lack of compliance with KBDC guidelines, including roof design, sign height, location, sign height and location, number of signs, lack of conformance of landscaping, is that what I heard?
Compliance to existing plan approval landscaping.
Lack of compliance to existing plan, the landscaping. And recommend applicant come back with a redesign,
Yes.
that part of it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So motion for denial of application based on lack of compliance with KBDC guidelines, including roof design, sign height and location, number of signs, lack of compliance to existing plan approval for landscaping. And then recommend applicant come back for redesign. And that was, maker of the motion was Commissioner Greenwell, and second by Commissioner Kapua. Okay. Yeah. And we'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Greenwell, Commissioner Hoyle,
Aye.
Commissioner Kapua, second the motion.
Aye.
Chair Kilkuski. Oh,
I,
you don't have to vote, sorry. Commissioner Casal
Aye.
and Commissioner Young.
Abstain.
Okay. So we have 4 votes and I think we need 5. So we do need a vote from Chair Kilkuski.
I,
Aye. Okay, so now we have 5 votes. So it carries the vote of denial of the application. Okay.
okay. Next item on the agenda is election of officers for 2025.
I gotta go get my papers from the printer real quick. Just a moment, please.
Deanne, can I be excused from further
Yes.
agenda? Okay,
Yes, you can.
all right.
Thank you,
KBDC.
Chris.
Thank you,
Yep.
Wayne.
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Appreciate it.
So we do have the elections. Just something to keep in mind is that our Commissioner Casal will be leaving us in the summertime. So we may not want to have him as a chair or a vice chair. So the rest of you are up for grabs.
Happy to give up my position as chair.
Says Elena on the first time that she's chairing the meeting.
Yeah, I guess I could give it a little more of a chance, but
She was
just in
so-
case anyone really wants it.
She was so happy as the vice chair where
I nominate Elena Kilkuski to be
chair or
chairperson.
vice chair.
Chair.
I second that nomination.
Thanks, guys. I nominate Commissioner Greenwell as vice chair.
I'd be
I'll
happy.
second it.
Go for it.
Was that a second for both
Wait,
nominations?
who's being, sorry,
Chair, Commissioner Greenwell nominated Elena for chair,
right,
and Vice Chair Kilkuski nominated Commissioner Greenwell for vice chair,
oh, okay, great,
and Commissioner Kopuna seconded both nominations.
okay, got it,
So
thanks.
Hoyle did the second as well.
Who?
I did as well.
Okay. So
I guess
we'll have
what
we'll
goes
have-
around comes around, huh?
Is that it for nominations or, yeah,
looks like it. So
okay.
if there's no other discussion or issue,
Mhm.
I think you can all just say you all vote. And
Okay, so we'll do a roll call vote,
sure.
okay. So if I have this right, 'cause I got one page with everything on it. So Commissioner Greenwell, maker of the motion, and Commissioner Carapella, second the motion for Commissioner Kilkuski as chair. And, we just get this down right.
And then Elena
And then
for
for,
Greenwell as vice chair, and Commissioner
and that was,
Hoyle
okay.
seconded it.
Oh, Hoyle, okay, Commissioner
Yep.
Hoyle, okay. Okay, and so roll call vote for, Commissioner Kilkuski as, chair? Commissioner
Why don't we
Greenwell?
do all one vote
we do
and
an
it
even-
covers both of them?
Okay, yes, that'd be even easier, because I only have one sheet.
Yep.
So
That
Commissioner-
works.
Commissioner Greenwell?
I guess if I'm
Okay,
allowed
it's
to
for
vote on
Commissioner, it's
myself.
for Commissioner Kilkuski as chair, and Commissioner Greenwell as vice chair.
I,
Okay,
Aye.
Commissioner Hoyle, okay, oh, Commissioner Hoyle?
Commissioner Hoyle, if you could please say aye or nay.
Oh,
He
we
said
can't hear you
aye.
for some reason, yeah.
Oh. Did he vote?
Yes,
Commissioner Hoyle?
aye.
Okay, aye. Commissioner Carapella?
Aye.
Commissioner Kilkuski?
Aye.
Commissioner Costello?
That was an aye.
And aye, okay, Commissioner Young?
Aye.
Aye, right, I have a lot of writing to do. Okay. Thank you
Not
very
a problem.
much.
Okay,
Awesome.
are there any other administrative matters?
Nope.
Okay, moving on to announcements.
Ross, did we have any?
We had an
applications?
application, but they were waiting for a plan approval to be completed, so it's.
Not a
it's
complete
not a
application.
Complete application yet,
So.
so we don't, no.
Okay, so.
Well, when's the deadline for March 4th? When was it?
Well, the March 4th passed already. So.
No, so we don't, no.
So we don't have one for March 4th.
No.
So we're still waiting for the March 18th is our next possible meeting.
There might have one for that, yeah.
Yes, because that
Okay.
deadline is February 24th.
Yeah, we should have one for that.
Okay, so that covers the announcement, which is next meeting is tentatively scheduled for the 18th, you said?
Yes.
And no other further announcements, right?
Nope.
Right.
Okay, adjournment.
Right.
Is there any
Thank
further
you.
business? Wait,
No,
sorry, I'm going through the
that's it.
script.
Nope,
Okay, no
that's
further
it.
business. Okay, meeting's adjourned at 1:55 p.m. Thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
Oh,
thank you.
awesome.
Have a good one.
all again.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Well,
Bye.